Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Wayne Willett, owner and head coach of CrossFit CrownTown. I'm making this video for all the women at CrossFit CrownTown. We're going to start a competition or a contest in-house effective immediately, and it's going to be for the women the next woman to get their first muscle up at CrossFit CrownTown. So, thought it was the beginning of the year, the open's around the corner, something cool that we can do to kind of have a little fun in here and a competition at the same time. The requirements are you need to have a kipping pull-up and you also need to have an unassisted ring dip. If you have both of those criteria, then you're just missing a little bit of technique in between to be able to get the muscle up, and that's the transition. So the competition is effective immediately, and it will end when the first woman gets their first muscle up at CrossFit CrownTown. So the winner is going to get a pair of CrossFit Nano custom Reebok shoes or a custom pair of Reebok Olympic weightlifting shoes, your choice, okay? So good luck. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the drill that, based on my experience, is the most highly successful drill in terms of teaching the transition. So again, if you have a kipping pull-up and an unassisted ring dip, you need to practice this in order to get down the transition, and that will eventually lead to your first muscle up. So there's a lot of different transition techniques. This one, in my opinion, is the most effective one. Based on my experience here, when someone meets that criteria, they're able to get their first muscle up with this drill, okay? So what you want to do is you want to set up a pair of rings, get a mat underneath, because you're going to start on your knees, and we're looking for basically your center of mass to be in line with these rings and these straps. So my hips and my knees are in a straight line. In other words, this is incorrect here. So you want to be up. You want your feet flat on the ground, so the tops of my feet are on this mat. And what I'm looking for on these rings is I'm looking for three things. One, I need you to look up at the ceiling. Two, I need you to have a false grip. Okay? And three, I need your elbows in really tight. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pull at the same time that we push against the mat with the top of our feet very aggressively, and we're going to transition. We're going to continue to pull the rings until we can pull them and put them right in our armpits. So I'll show you an example of one. And then you need to finish the ring dip on your own. Okay, so there's one. What happens is, when you drill that a few times, it starts to get easier, right? The lower the rings, the easier it is, because the more leverage I have with my feet. So what happens is, you notice that was kind of easy for me. I'm going to raise the rings up a little bit, okay? Now the rings are a little higher, I have less leverage with my feet, but I'm still looking for the same three things. I need you to look up at the ceiling, I need you to have a false grip, and I need your elbows in tight. Okay? Okay. Now, just because I'm using my feet doesn't mean that I don't need to pull very hard and aggressively. Okay? What happens is, as this becomes easier, I'm going to continue to raise the rings. Eventually, I won't have any leverage whatsoever with my feet or my legs, which means if I drill these mechanics and I practice these movement patterns, the correct mechanics become a habit. And then I can come over here to the rings, and now I can take away my legs and add my gymnastics kit. To get my first muscle up. Or you can also notice, because I'm going to slow this video down, the same mechanics that I used on the mat, I'm going to use on this strict muscle up. that's it. Good luck.